Are you a US seller getting hit with the requirement to provide verification in Canada? It sounds confusing, it's super annoying, but you need to fix it. And here's an example of one of our US clients on their account. All of a sudden, it's saying Canada identity verification. And this happens if you've accidentally had a listing created in Canada, which Amazon automatically does, and then they want you to verify your identity, right? And you think, oh, it's going to be easy, but no, of course, it's not going to be easy. So we can go through this. What happens when you click on that message, it'll take you to Amazon Canada, right? And it's going to ask for basic information, your business name, your passport, things like that. You're going to put that in, you're going to submit it to Amazon. And once you submit it to Amazon, they're going to come back and they're going to say, we also need a registration extract. And you can see, let's see, where is it? Here's an example. Amazon CA is threatening to suspend my account unless I provide them with a business registration extract, which is just super confusing for US sellers because we've never had to do that in our whole lives. And you can see right here, it's very, very small text, but it says registration extract, drag and drop or upload document. And this is the most difficult thing for the US sellers to do. That's what I've noticed. And of course, I always quiz my team. I'm like, hey, look, what do we need to provide? What do we need to do? But I'm going to show you what a business extract looks like. And every time we've been submitting it for our clients, it's been approved within an hour, right? So if you can follow this, now I had to redact a lot of the information. The business registration extract has so much of your information that you don't want anybody to get a hold of it. It's just is the reality. But if you give it to Amazon, they're going to be like, okay, we've got everything we need about you. You're approved, right? It's like when you go to the DMV and they want like a blood sample. It's crazy. Anyway, this is it. This is going to be the first page. All right. So we're going to go over the first page. The first page you're going to create yourself to make it idiot proof for Amazon. The second page is your articles of incorporation. Okay. The third page is a document from your state that shows that you're in good standing. Okay. The fourth is going to be your EIN page, and that's it. All right. So you need those 4 pages. We're going to start with page number 1. And then you combine them all together into one PDF and submit it to Amazon and call it business registration extract. All right. Now this one shows your structure. All right. So this is it. You're going to scroll in. All right. And in the top left corner, this is going to be your logo. On the right, it's going to say your LLC name or your corporation name. It's going to have your address. It's going to have your phone number. It's going to have your email. Super simple. Then it's going to say ownership structure for your LLC name, Josh LLC. Next, it's going to have this orange box. Okay. You're also going to put an orange box over here that shows the beneficial owner. It's a key for Amazon. And you're going to put your full name that matches your passport right there. All right. And you're going to put natural person, and you're going to put your date of birth. Simple enough, right? Then you're going to have a red line, and you're going to put your LLC name, or you're going to put your corporation name, and then you'll put corporation, or you'll put limited liability company, whatever it is. You're going to put your registration number. The registration number is your EIN number. Okay, it's your EIN number. All right, country of registration, United States, and then you change this blue. You change it. I accidentally did a darker blue, but whatever. As long as they understand blue, blue, orange, orange, sweet, understand. Then you're going to say, I confirm the above is correct. You're going to put the date, and you're going to put the signature. Signature's name. You're going to put, let's say you own the company. You'll put your name. Signatory's title. You put owner. Signatory's signature. You'll put your signature. Right. Bing. You're going to go to canva.com. They want a stamp. Okay. We don't do stamps in the US, but a lot of the other countries do. So you're going to go to Canva, you're going to type in like company stamp. They're going to give you a template. You'll put your LLC name, 2025, and then just copy and paste that onto a Word doc, change it to a PDF, done. This page is the hardest to do because you have to make it yourself. All right. But I know you can do it. And then we have the articles of organization. You can just go to your website. Like if you live in California, you go to California's website, and you just download it. You type in articles of organization, California. You'll type in your LLC name. You'll be able to download it. Usually it's for free. And then it has that. You just get it. again, let's say you have a California, right now I have Florida, but California LLC, you'll go to California's website, say California Certificate of good standing. So it's usually called like a certificate of good standing, or a certificate that you just want to show that your business is still active. So it's certificate of active activity, certificate of good standing, right? So this is an example of, it's like in good standing. We have paid all fees. We're not like in debt. Everything's good, and they give you that. That usually costs $5. And then you should have the EIN certificate directly from the IRS. You get this when you set up your company usually, and you're going to give that to them. All right, put that all in a shiny, nice PDF, bada bing, and you give it to Amazon, and then in an hour you're good to go. So just double check, make sure all the information is correct. If you put too many owners on here, it's going to get like super confusing. So try to keep it as simple as possible, but you want to be as honest as possible so that way you get approved the first time. And that's it in a nutshell. Okay. Again, I had to redact the information. It's just too personal. And then updated primary. So again, I quizzed the team, and then we got approval within an hour. So the hardest part was just creating the packet for our client. I'm just like, okay, we just got to create it, check it, triple check. I like to triple check these packages. Whatever you submit to Amazon, make sure you triple check. Make sure it's a flat file as well. So a flat file means it's not editable, right? It's also called sanitizing. So make sure it's a flat file, so that way Amazon doesn't think anything's manipulated. But other than that, you'll be good to go. You can see we got approved for our client. So that's in a nutshell. If you do need help on Amazon or getting this approved, you can feel free to contact us right in the description. We're also experts in increasing your sales, any type of SEO, but here to help you long-term to make sure your Canada account doesn't expand to the USA for the suspension. You want to get this resolved as soon as possible and take it very seriously. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of VHP Consulting Group, signing out.